Hello, hello, my friends. Welcome into another Coach's Corner. And today's topic is sugar and cancer. Not something that we love talking about, but you know me, I love the science and I want to share it with you. All month long, we are talking about ditching the sugar in our wellness community. And today I'm bringing you the science behind it. I will also leave the link down below so that you can see the playlist, which talks about sugar and the brain, sugar and immunity, sugar and hormones. It runs the gamut, lots and lots to dive into there, but I will leave that playlist there. For those of you who don't know me, hello, I'm Gina Ramirez. I'm a licensed therapist and certified health coach, and I talk everything health and wellness from the mind, the body, and the behavior. And like I said, today's topic is sugar and cancer. And I've got a few points that I want to bring up with you today. I did take some notes. So if you see me looking down, that is why. I don't want to miss anything. And sometimes the science can get complicated. So, my first point is about the cell. So, we're really taking this to the cellular level because what is cancer? It is the cells have gone rogue in your body. The cells have an intelligence, and that intelligence basically gets hijacked when we have cancer. Now, everybody has cancer cells. The question is, are you going to turn them on or turn them off? Your lifestyle will determine whether you turn them on or off. So, what's it going to be? Are you going to eat well? Are you going to minimize the sugar that you're eating? Are you going to get your sleep, movement, water, nutrition, stress levels? All those things can contribute to cancer cells being turned on and off. But right now, we're talking sugar, and I want to talk about the mitochondria. If you remember back from your science class, the mitochondria are the powerhouse of the cell. The mitochondria also help to detoxify the cell, helps to get out the bad stuff, basically, replace, replenish, make it whole again. We do this all the time, all day long. Your cells are very smart. They have an intelligence. And too much sugar in the cell can stimulate dysfunction and disease, basically. And that mitochondria, when it's got too much sugar, it can't do its job. So, if this goes on for too long, because sometimes we do eat too much sugar, right? So, I'm not talking about those times. The birthday cake you have occasionally, the alcoholic drink you have occasionally. I'm talking about those people who are addicted maybe to sugar, who are having a sugary snack every single day, multiple sugary snacks, and who feel like maybe they can't live without it, or it affects them in a very significant way. That's what I'm talking about here. So if it goes on too long, we know that disease doesn't happen overnight. It happens over years, it happens over decades. And then all of a sudden, we get a diagnosis and we're shocked. When really, we shouldn't be shocked if we haven't been living the lifestyle, the healthy lifestyle, right? So the mitochondria of the cell play a significant role in keeping our cells healthy. When there's too much sugar, it creates dysfunction in that mitochondria. So that's the first thing I want you to know about cancer and your mitochondria, your cells. But the second thing I want you to know is that sugar creates inflammation in the body. And if you've been following me for any kind of time, you know that inflammation is like a fire in your body. It's like a low grade, tiny, not raging fire for the most part, but it's a tiny fire that creates aches and pains. Think arthritis, think joint pain, and it's your body's way of it's an immune response basically. So if you get a cut, let's say you cut your arm and it's a significant cut, there's blood. What happens around that cut? It gets red, it gets inflamed. That's a good thing because your body is sending blood there. It's sending nutrients there to heal, right? Your body is having the same response. It's creating the inflammation so that you can heal. But unfortunately, we're not trying to heal the sugar, right? Especially when there's too much of it. What is your body? It doesn't know what to do. So it creates this low grade inflammation. Well, what happens there if we look at the cellular level? Now, on the cellular level, that cell is inflamed, which means it can't remove toxins. Again, we're going back to this idea of the cells going rogue, which creates cancer in the body. So we don't want too much sugar on any kind of level because it does create the cellular response. Not to mention, it's creating plaque in our vascular system. Blood going to the heart, arteries, right? Blood going away from the heart, veins. We need that flow, that vascular system to be in great health. And plaque, which sugar can create in those vessels, means it's a slow go. So we don't want that to happen either. So all of these things that we're talking about here, whether it's mitochondria, whether it's inflammation in the body, inflammation of the cell, can create your cells to lose that intelligence that it has and to go rogue, which can turn on that cancer, right? Stimulate the cancer to grow, the dysfunction of the cell to happen. We don't want that to happen. So, what can you do? Eliminate, reduce the sugar that you are already eating. Watch your labels. Look at those labels. Look at the ingredients list. Get away from added sugars. Now, if you're having fruit, it's going to have some sugar in it, but fruit and fiber, okay, right? When we're pairing the fruit with the fiber, great. Plus, fruit and vegetables don't have a label or an ingredients label, a food label. So we don't worry about those. We worry about things that come in a bag and a box. Really read those food labels and recognize when we're having the sugar because it's sneaky and it goes by lots of different names. So recognize what's going on there. If you would like to get into the community, we are at the tail end of our 5-day Ditch the Sugar Challenge, but you can do it at any point at any time. And the guidelines are in the community. I will leave the link down below. All right, friends, if you have any questions about this topic of sugar and cancer, or maybe you're trying to ditch the sugar for yourself, especially now that we are coming on to the holidays, October, November, December, lots of sugar to go around, reach out, get in touch. Let's have a conversation about tools and tips that you can use to ditch the sugar. All right, until next time, be well, friends.